This deck just finished top 16 out of 1,000 players at the most recent European Regional Championship tournament. Today we're going to be taking it and converting it from a best of 3 deck into a really successful best of 1 deck in ranked mythic standard. I'm also drawing from some lists I've been eyeing on untapped.gg that have win rates between 66% and 70%. Really small sample sizes, but I think they're doing some things right. So we're going to take the two concepts and combine them together. The first thing I'm going to do, unsurprisingly, is move 4 copies of the Temporary Lockdown from the sideboard into the main deck. It's one of the best cards against mono red and all its variants, and is really especially good against the Corey Steelcutter prowess decks. Otherwise, it's quite hard to interact with that artifact. In order to make space, I'm going to cut the Candy Trail. I think it's a little bit slow for best of 1. The Scry is nice for setting up plays, sacking it and gaining life and drawing a card. Could be honestly good against burn decks to get you out of that like Bolt Wave lethal range, but I think it's a bit slow, and it's also very susceptible to being swept up off the lockdown, so we're probably not going to get that extra value out too much of the time. Next change I'm going to make is we're going to do a couple things at once here. I want to take out the Cryptic Coat to put in more interaction in best of 1. Really cool kind of value card. You can pay 2, return it to its owner's hand, then replay it, get an extra synthesizer trigger. So I can see the value in that, but it feels a little bit slow, and I'd rather have some more interaction. So I'm going to take this out, and we're going to look to put in another braided net here. I also want to include more 2-drops, especially since we took out the Candy Trail. So I want to find more space for the bricks, which is going to allow us to play that out on 2, and then go get a basic plains, and also gain 2 life. And I think we can also cut a land pretty happily now from 24 lands down to 23. Given that we have 4 bricks and 4 iron crags, I think we're going to be just fine running 23 lands. Last thing I want to do is I think I want to cut 1 copy of Kayla's Reconstruction. Fantastic late game card. You know, X equals 3 for a 6 mana card. You could put up to 3 artifacts or creatures, mana value 3 or less, onto the battlefield out of the top 7. Very decent. I think it gets a little bit worse with the lockdown because it's an enchantment and we took out some artifacts to make space for it. It's a really great card, just as a 6-drop or 5-drop. I think we're going to cut it down to 1 copy here and put in, I think, just 1 more interactive piece in the 3-drop slot. You could kind of, I'd say this is a pretty flexible slot. But I think we're going to put in 1 Assimilation Aegis, just another kind of Perilous Snare effect. When it enters, exile up to 1 target creature, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I'm looking to run for the most part. I'm also going to cut 1 Anchorage. I don't suspect we're going to need creature lands to finish out the game. Either we will stomp the opponent with a bunch of 16, you know, mecha tanks, or we'll lose. I don't think we're going to need a little 2/3 flyer, although the map token value is nice. And we'll put in 1 more plains there since we have so many bricks. So I think this is what we're running here today. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's give it a go, and hope we win some games in best of 1 standard. We will read through the comments as usual. Regional Control. I'm excited. I was going to play this list anyway, and then I saw the results, and I was like, oh, this is cool. There's even perhaps more hype around it than before. Game. On the draw. Smithy net. Yeah, it's okay. Some interaction. I wonder if they take the net here, so they can have their 6/6 demon in peace. Or they could take the Smithy if they're worried about the long game. I'm guessing they're gonna take the net, but we'll see. Insomnia 1221 YouTube says, Molt Tender is not a turn slow with Surveil lands, with respect to the teamer list I played yesterday. Yeah, but if you take the turn, if you play the Surveil land, it comes in taps, so you're still a turn off. Then you play Molt Tender next turn. You're still a turn slow, either way you do it. If you go Molt Tender first and then Surveil land, yes, you can do it that turn, but then you're short the land that the Surveil land was. Alright, so they took the Smithy, so we keep the net around for the 6/6 demon. Do nothing there. To go ahead and fetch a basic and go right into the synth. And then I think we're really well positioned for this game. Yeah, I think it's just synth there. I don't think they're going to be able to deal with it. And we really just want 3-drops. I think we're totally good on land, everything else. I mean, this is a huge start for us. Sheldred. Alright, that is actually a legitimate threat. And they just don't have to tap it. Ah, that's a great draw. We already have the snare either way. So we can go 2-drop land into the snare and get our engine started. Becomes a copy of target creature. This could actually be more interesting than getting the engine started. So let's run it like this. We could actually convert one of our creatures into a Sheldred and then steal its ability. That creature becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with its equipment. So I think that means we lose the +1/+1, but we get the Sheldred effect. Yeah, I think they're kind of in trouble here. So do we want to lose the 6/6 to get a Sheldred? I'm not so sure we actually need that. I think the 6/6 is going to continue to scale quite well here. Alright, don't need to lock down so much. If we play some stuff before combat, we'll pump up the 6/6 a little bit. I mean, I think the opponent's in huge trouble. I'm not really sure. Unless they run sweepers, I'm not really sure what they're going to do about this. Nope, that's not it. I guess we could play the snare here. Ah, it doesn't, it's not a 3-drop. Won't trigger the synth. Take the snare. They have a blocker now with Death Touch. Okay, I mean, we can just tap it down, so that is game. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I feel like our matchup against Mono Black is pretty solid. They're a little slow off the bat. Some games, we have plenty of early interaction, and if we just tap down the 6/6 demon, it's also a clean answer to that, too. I don't think it's going to be our hardest matchup. I think we'll have definitely harder games today, but I think that one's not bad. There are a lot of matchups where if you go turn 3 synth, the opponent's like, yeah, I just can't beat that. It's pretty hard to interact with artifacts, and if they get going at all, it's like, well, sucks to suck. By the way, Arstall has replied about doing a collab. You go first. Sure, we could ramp into nothing. It's not amazing. I mean, we have to hit some more gas. I don't think I'm going to mulligan it, but it doesn't do anything for a while. So for those who are newer to the channel, I've been not just considering, like I am actively planning to do some collabs with subscribers. I'm going to try to play against subscribers and see how that goes. I'm going to try to do a coaching session and see how that goes. I guess we'll take the ramp here. And then next turn, go like bricks plus Soul Blade something. But in that same line of thought, I was like, I think maybe someone else also said, like, it'd be cool if you could collab with someone else. And I was like, I think Arstall would be fun to collab with. He seems like a very solid guy. And he has replied, I love the idea of doing a set review together. This next set could be tricky, though, because I'm getting married on June 13th. Perhaps we can set something up for Edge of Eternities in August. All right, so, Can we take the turn off? I think we just keep ramping here. Killing the Bastronaut's not that great, though. I guess we could wait for the Goblin to attack. Hold off on the Synth one more turn. Okay, I mean, ideally they attack with the Goblin here. Killing the Bastronaut isn't awful. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, the Menace, it's an issue for sure. Okay. I mean, I think we have to take the turn to Synth here. We're going to scry, so I guess let's go ahead and get the land first. And we will see. I mean, we kind of need a lockdown. Opponent with stick here. Alright, fetch the land first. Then we go ahead and synth, take our scry. Lockdown would be sweet. The next bricks probably is not so sweet. I don't think either of these are necessary. Okay, we'll see how this goes. We're at 21 off the bricks life gain, and we're about to take a whole bunch of damage here. So far, only 1 and 2 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. By the way, no problem with mana so far. Another bricks. Sure. Okay. We're almost out of basics, I think. We got, like, what, 1 or 2 left? We're still holding stick here for 1 mana. I guess it could be the Draconautics at this point. So who are we taking? The Goblin or the Bastronaut? The Bastronaut is going to present... Bastronaut's going to be a long-term issue for sure. Engineer can make a flying dragon. That's also an issue. We have no ability to deal with the flyers, but I guess we can block most of this stuff. I think we'll take the Engineer this turn. I mean, none of this is great. The 4/4 flyer, we don't have any answers to that. It's a lot of mana to sink into it. Not ideal. At least everyone's on the ground here. But we still have the Menace Bastronaut to deal with. Anyway, yeah, I think a set review with Orzhov will be super fun. So, looks like it'll be a while. But hopefully we can put that together for Edge of Eternities. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Okay, another creature. Gives everyone else haste. Makes another 1/1. Manual attacks everyone except for the Goblin and the Firebrand. I feel like they can throw away the Firebrand at this point, right? Alright, well, that does scry. I mean, it's got to be locked down here. Or Coco or Kayla's Reconstruction. Otherwise, I think we're going to lose basically in the next turn or so. We can't really attack. They have too many chump blocks. Oh, there's both. Damn, that's nasty. I mean, I think you take the lockdown first, right? And then we'll draw into Kayla's Reconstruction. Okay, I mean, if we can survive here, we do have the perfect draws on top, so... Pay 4 craft with artifacts. It's actually not that bad, right? Tap 2 other artifacts you control, make it a vehicle. It's actually quite nice here. Otherwise, yeah, I think this is relevant to do. We'll exile, probably a Bricks. We'll keep the Iron Crag in case we... want a more expensive Kayla's Reconstruction. Cool. Tap 2 other untapped artifacts you control, becomes a vehicle. Becomes a creature. So I have an extra 5/5 blocker for this turn. And then, I guess we'll sweep it up with our lockdown, but that's okay with me. Oh, no! Oh, they're just going to attack with the Bastronaut? So they have 8. 12, so that's 6. This will be a 7/7 double strike menace. So we have to block that until we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7 damage if we double block the Bastronaut. And they've had stick, I think, most of the game. I think they still have like a Burst Lightning or something in hand. Which could be enough to kill off one of our 9/9s via the, Bastronaut First Strike. I'm not worried about that because we're going to lock down this next turn anyway. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's what they want to use the mana for. Okay. And then they're going to give the dragon haste. Okay. Alright, so it's not going into the Bastronaut then. Five mana left. Burst Lightning Face. Yeah, they might just get us here. I mean, we're about to turn off from living. So we'll see how this goes. Could just be dead. They only have 2 mana left for the Bastronaut, so that's actually not that bad. Tap 2 untapped artifacts. Okay. So this is going to be 4 damage. But I think this is still better. No ability to block a flyer. So we're just dead here. So this is 4, 5, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so I think there's no way to do it, right? If we double block this, we single block the 3/3, and then we still take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So I think we're dead no matter what here. That's okay, we return off. Top card being Lockdown and Kaela's Reconstruction. I think would give them a run for the money. I mean, if we lock down, we lose everything. They keep the heavy, so it wouldn't have been perfect. But overall, I think a very reasonable game of Magic. We almost got there. I didn't think their hand was perfect either. They felt a little slow too. They had no lords, for example, so this is what it is. We'll run it back. GMX Rhythm says, if you're into it, I'm interested in finding out if there's a Simic / Sultai deck for Standard that utilizes a lot of graveyard effects that synergizes with Renew, Harmonize, and anything else. Oh, Renew, yeah, that's out of the mechanic. I mean, the only Harmonized cards being played right now is the blue Winter Night Stories, right? We're on the draw. Looks totally reasonable. Could potentially turn 3 Battlefront. Or turn 3 Lockdown if we, yeah. Mono red. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah. Let's go Bricks on 2. Lockdown on 3. Probably should be holding full control, so they worry about a smite. Looks like they don't go for the rage, but should have at least bluffed that. Another lockdown. I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, let's just set up for it. When it does have stick here, it's going to be just Burst Lightning Face. They do nothing. I mean, we didn't bluff the rage last turn. Or like a smite for the rage. Nemesis, that does survive the lockdown. Okay. Hopefully we can go Battlefront into a exile spell for it. Yeah, I mean, still gotta be this. So go land, Battlefront, and hopefully hit, oh, damn. I mean, now we have to hit 2 removal spells. Great, it's down to 6. Okay, alright, everyone cross your fingers here. I mean, this is our only play. So let's not whiff. It's a lot to ask. In fact, it is too much to ask. But I guess we'll take you guys. Drop to 3, and still don't have an answer in hand. Very possibly just lose right here. That's 4 damage. I mean, if they have anything, they just get there, right? 5 damage. If they have anything, they just get there, right? If they have anything, they just get there. Okay. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know about a Renew deck in Best of 1. Nothing comes to mind. I'll think about it. I'll take a look. Not sure. Turd Gobbler showing up here. Another banger. How nice it is to see some of my favorite Simic cards being used. Rattleworm is way above the curve. I had never seen that card played before. 4 mana 6/5. Flash if you control a desert. I was not aware that any deserts were in standard. I thought that was a really cool deck. We're on the draw. We can ramp. We have the synthesizer. We have lockdown. Alright. We have no defense against Omniscience. So if they are that, we are probably just dead in the water. And they are that. So I think we're just dead. Like, I think there's literally nothing we can do. They hit Omniscience in the first go. We have no graveyard hate. So, yeah, I think that's kind of just that. We'll play it out. They could whiff for a long time. And we just go with Synthesizer, just pummel them to death. But if I was a betting man, I would go ahead and bet we lose on turn 4. And that is insane. Plus, they have stock up. Yeah, I think we just lose on turn 4 here. Alright. I mean, pressure is the name of the game. They could still have whiffed, you never know. Don't need you, don't need you. Alright, it's the open mana. I mean, they could counter the next synth, but I think we just have to go for it. I mean, I don't think I'd even bother countering stuff if I were them. Right? I think I would just dig for my pieces, because they know we're so slow. Like, if they had Confounding Riddle, just use it to dig. You don't even need to bother to interact with us. Next land, we probably just want 3 drops, right? Eventually we could double spell, but I don't think that's what we're doing here. Land will let you go Ironcrag plus, you know, Synth, but I just think you want... Every turn it's got to be a 3-drop. I don't think we need to waste a draw on any other land at this point. Okay, they're digging again. I've not gotten there yet. Land, surveil. They're still digging. They haven't found it yet. Nope, they found it. All right. You got the, Yep. All right, I'm good. I'm out. I'm good. I'm going to see another second of that. 0 answers. Like, sometimes they can get unlucky, but you really would have to stumble there. Gosh, I did have fun, but that's just because I'm in a good mood today in general. I think I should select this because we do not want to play against that, that freaking... Oh my gosh, my camera's been over here the whole time. You guys are going to be pissed. Hopefully it doesn't block too much. It's not like we have that much graveyard shenanigans. Alright, so far we're rocking a pretty stellar win rate, I'd say. I think we're 1-3, but that is okay. The Devilot. I mean, if they're aggro, we have Lockdown. If they're not aggro, we have Repurposing Bay. And hope to convert the Snare into the Smithy. I don't think you mulligan this in Best of 1 standard, but you don't even have any 1-drops in the deck, right? So if we're going to complain, we're complaining that we don't have a 2-drop. But Lockdown in the opening hand, I don't think is really mulligan-worthy a lot of the time. LJ Keller says, maybe the Patreon could have deck tutorials. Like, I'm planning to build this deck out and try it myself. I'd enjoy seeing more vids or directions on steering this deck. Not 100% what this comment is saying. Are you saying I should make a video preemptively being like, hey guys, I'm planning on playing this deck in the future? I'm not actually sure what this comment is saying. Please repeat the comment and clarify for me what I'm missing here. Because I feel like all of my videos do have deck tutorials, right? There's a 2-minute bit at the beginning, and you know, it's for varying levels of expertise. I skipped a lot of cards today, right? I didn't go over every single card. I kind of just went over the changes from best to the best one and assumed you knew the rest. I think opponent just did nothing there. They gonna discard Oculus and then reanimate it? They did nothing, right? But they're on the play, not the draw. Maybe they just zoned out. Yeah, I do think I'm gonna make... A couple of you guys have so far responded that you'd be happy to send me a banana a month. One person said my banana man is scamming me. It's true. My banana man is actually charging... He'll give me 3 bananas for $1. So really, I'm charging you guys 3 bananas a month. And I'm not sure what kind of content I would put behind the membership wall or whatever yet, but I do think I will make one soon. Just see what happens, just see what turns up. Maybe that's where the limited content goes if I do more of that kind of stuff, you know, as a base case. Life is Rocky says, interesting idea. I'm not sure what idea that is. I was just wondering whether skill is really the deciding factor when it comes to reaching Mythic. My personal experience says picking one deck with a decent win rate and perseverance is all it takes. Just put in enough time and you will get there eventually. Alright, I guess opponent has like DC'd or something. We have nothing to do on the first 2 turns. Skill issues simply lower your personal win rate and result in more grind. I think this is all fair so far. Sure, you can help somebody work on their skill level, but teaching them how to pilot one specific fast and simple deck and a specific meta would be the most effective strategy, sadly. Maybe we could find you a sweet old granny instead, and we see how good you can make her. I'd watch that. Yeah, that'd be kind of hype, wouldn't it? My grandma lives probably too far away to make that a routine thing. And I also think she would be overwhelmed by, who knows what shit would come out of her mouth too, man. Granny. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's kind of what I was doing with my guest star previously. I took a complete beginner. I thought she was somewhere between fairly and very endearing. But I didn't coach her to get better. It was more like throw you in there, just see what happens. That was the concept of the video, and I have yet to repost it. I'm still planning to delete it and repost it and just like see if it hits a better audience or not. I do think the granny thing would be hilarious, but I need a granny that's like would be a good candidate for this kind of thing. Anyway, back to your first point. Like, I do think that is fair. Like, I don't think anything is wrong with that. Yeah, in order to hit Mythic, the best thing to do is probably just pick one deck and master it. And yes, picking the best deck is a good starting point. And then if you get better at the deck, you can improve your win rate beyond the average win rate of the deck, right? All of these things are true, I think you've said. I don't think it's sadly. Like, I think if you want to pick mono red and do it, that's fine. If you want to pick, I don't know, this deck, which is maybe like a 55% win rate deck on average instead of 60, that's also fine. We're on the draw here. We got United Battlefronts. Looks good enough to me. Turn 2 Ironcrag, turn 3 Battlefront. Maybe some Pixie action. We got some Snare, we got some Saw Blades. Land. Ramp. And then maybe go turn 3 Synth instead. And then turn 4 Battlefront, try to get more value out of the Synth. Take my ramp. Okay. Well. Nice. Good top deck. Okay. I don't think they can interact with artifacts, right? The next land we probably don't need. Braided Net is a good 3-drop. Sure. Is there anything they can do against us? Oh, look at you go. Okay, fine. Well, we'll just do an empty Battlefront and hope to hit something nice here. Oh my gosh. Every single card is playable? Is that what happened? We could get back our Ironcrag, I suppose. Otherwise, what is productive here? If we get the Ironcrag, we reduce the number of possible 3-drops in the deck. We could level it up off the bay, though, which could be nice, I guess. So we'll take this plus, I guess, the bricks for the value. Okay. You know, not an amazing hit, but I think all 7 cards were artifacts. None of them were lands or anything else. But no synth in the top 7. But here we go, land, repurposing bay. Upgrade the Ironcrag into the synth, and then we're kind of off to the races again. Assuming they don't re-lock down. Okay. Do we snare you now to shut down the draw engine? I think we prioritize our own game plan. I think we get the synth down as soon as humanly possible, and then we'll proceed from there. Pretty happy to upgrade the bricks here. I think we'll keep the ramp source around. Go get our synth. Scry 2. How much do we want to double spell this next turn? Braided Net plus Snare. I think it's fine. I think I'm down to keep the land. Oh, we have the Iron Crag though, so we'll ditch both these guys. If they lock down, we'll be a turn off, but that's okay. Alright. So they will have sweepers here. So the game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We could upgrade what? An Iron Crag into a 3-drop? I think we're just being mana efficient this turn. If they have another Legion Aegis, they can kill both snares, which is interesting. Okay, I think next turn we're looking to upgrade the Iron Crag into another Synthesizer. Could have even done that this turn, I guess. Although it does offer some protection against the next Legion Ashes. That'll be interesting. We also just almost have lethal here, right? Alright, they do have the next Legion Ashes. So we, coincidentally or not, played around that a little bit. Can we find lethal? We need to play 3 artifacts this turn, right? 3 new artifacts. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana here. 4... I think we just get him dead, right? We go bricks, hit a land. Okay, and that's 20 damage. Simple as that. So far both black matchups, I mean this is Orzhov, but like, I think are really good for us. Mono red, I think it's more 50-50. I think we haven't had, I think we had lockdown, what, in the opening hand both times and still lost? Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. I think you still run the 4 lockdowns. We auto-lose the Omniscience matchup every single time. But I don't think the mono red matchups are that bad. Oh yeah, we lost the Goblins once, because we were 1 turn away from lockdown. And then opponent went like Screaming Nemesis. Even after we had lockdown, we didn't quite get there. I think the matchup versus mono red should be okay. We're on the play. It's okay. Nothing to ramp into yet. Yeah, we'll take the Surveil here. I don't even think we need the land, because we just have so much ramp. Ramp bricks. So far I've been really happy running 23 lands. I feel like Iron Crag and Clay Bricks and 23, you're golden. I think that's a good optimization to make, especially in best of 1 with hand smoothing. So we could ramp here if we want to hit a 4-drop. If we top deck the Coco next turn. Alright, we are looking for lockdown this matchup. It's another land. How good is the net? Saw Blades actually is probably what we most need to do here, actually. Let's just pick off the Slick Shot now, before they go absolutely crazy and dome us for like 14 in 1 turn. Like that happened yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. I think we're not screwing around with any Hexproof here, or Spell Pierce. Just get it done. Up to 20. There's no Steel Cutter yet either, which is nice. Next Slick Shot. To the face. No pump spells in hand, though. 1 mana open. Well, if they have Spell Pierce, you want to play the untapped land. So let's start with that. Then we can pay the 2. There is Stick. Okay. If they want to counter this, I think we're fine with that. And then we're kind of out of gas. Okay. Well, your move. We can also, if we flip the Saw Blades at some point... Oop, that's a problem. We could make a blocker out of the Saw Blades. Yep, all of this is a big problem. Okay, tap the 5-2. Down to 15. It's got to be locked down off the top. It's another land. So that means we are crafting the Saw Blades. I don't think we take the entire turn off to get the braided net draw. We could, though. If we paid 6 this turn, 4, 5, 6, we could do everything and just take a crap ton of damage. And then we draw a lot of cards. And we hope to hit, damn. It's not great either way. I don't think I'm in love with that option. I think I would rather craft here. Though it seems like actually we, the auto tapper taps the Iron Crag. Can we undo that? Alright, we actually want to tap a land here, because we need to tap the, we'll need to tap 2 artifacts to power it up. And we also need to tap the net to tap down the slick shot. Okay, I mean, that's all we got. Definitely not a fantastic place to be. Kayla's reconstruction off the top is great. United Battlefront is great. Lockdown is great. Stock up is not great. Okay, we can probably tap this down in case they actually do have a land that they haven't played for some reason. Alright. Tap 2 artifacts. Make a 5/5. I guess these are the same, right? Eat a 3/3. Drop to 10. Repurposing Bay off the top. How good is that? We have no way to get a lockdown out of this, right? Getting a synth is like only so good. We need a way to get to the lockdown. We have no way to get there, right? What do we upgrade here? I guess we go with a snare? We could take the steel cutter off the snare. That's not bad. Okay, I could see doing that. Getting a smithy. Let's see. Enders create a ground blocker. That's also not bad, actually. Maybe that's a little bit better. Taking away the steel cutter is huge, though. I didn't really want to tap the Iron Crag. Fuck. That is not good. I guess we eat the Iron Crag then, so we can still have 2 artifacts to that is not what I want to do this turn. And then we can snare away the steel cutter, I think is the best play. And then we can tap down the slick shot one more time, and we can still chariot block one of them. I did not want to get rid of the Iron Crag there. And then next turn we can repurposing Bay. I mean, it depends what we draw. I don't know if we have enough time to take the braided net and upgrade it for 6 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we just turn it into a smithy and make some ground blockers. It really depends what we draw here. But the chariot is kind of put in work. For a hand that didn't really have a whole lot to do, having a random 5/5 blocker is actually quite relevant here. We could just lose this turn for sure. Other flying blockers isn't great. We tap down one of them, but not both. Stock up. They're all tapped out, though. Okay, again, I'm happy to do this before they go land Hexproof. Okay, that's a crap ton of damage. Tap you and you, because we got rid of our Iron Crag. 2 blocks. Block one of you guys. Take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Even lockdown off the top does not prevent the burn. Huh. Yeah, we can't do the net thing. Get another. I think we've basically lost here, right? I just don't think there's much we can do. We needed lockdown off the top. We have no way to fetch it. We have no flying blockers. Make a ground blocker here. I mean, I think we... like, go get the next braided net, basically. I think there's just not... I think we've lost here. I don't think there's really anything we can do. It's just this. I mean, if we're not going to spend mana on anything else, I guess we can craft this, right? We still have 2 artifacts left. Yeah, sure. Set up to potentially draw next turn. Okay, we still have 2 artifacts left to power up the chariot. But we're like basically dead here. They have 5 cards in hand. Another attacker. Did not hit lockdown this game. Did not hit Kayla's reconstruction. Did not hit Battlefront. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be game. Don't think there's anything we can do here. Yep. Alright, well, we tried. It's a good deck. Stock up is nasty. Tap down one of them, power up the chariot, block another, and then just get trounced by the rest of the troops. Not even close, really. Whew. Okay. Alright. Alright. It is what it is. We'll run back a couple more games here. Deck is totally fine. I don't think there are any changes I'd make to it. Con Luxurious says, I think $1 a month is very reasonable. I would totally join. Okay. Yeah, I will make one soon-ish. Within the next couple days to a week. I'll just make one. People can apply or not, or, subscribe or not. Join or not. And we'll just get it available. And then we can build on it over time. We're on the draw. We do have the Battlefront in hand, which is nice. And we're just fine on lands. Alright, let's hope we can Battlefront into the lockdown. I'm gonna hold full control. Doesn't matter anymore. Just threaten the smite. Okay. Well, we can go Iron Crag right into Battlefront. Which is hopefully productive. Otherwise, you can go Saw Blades here. To stem the blading. I think we're going to go right into Battlefront and hope to hit lockdown. And if we whiff, we are sad and probably dead. I think the Milkman, I see quite a bit. I think he plays mono red every single day. I think. Alright. Down to 10. 2 mana open here. Okay, down to 2. Great game of Magic. I didn't even get to see my turn 3. Flourishing. Alright, well, we got like one more here. Oh. Flourishing. Okay, I think we got 1 or 2 more after that. Schwerser says, I'm 9 out of 10 tolerable, very patient. I'm looking for some coaching, have a good microphone and camera. I reached top 99% of Mythic with red mice and then kind of hit a wall. Think of trying Is It Prowess or Oculus, but I'm flexible if you want to coach anything specific. Alright, so keep that in mind. We're on the draw. There's no third land in this hand, and no way to get it, which is unique. But we're on the draw. I think we'll definitely keep this. It's mono red again. The Is It variant. Ow. There's the next land. Okay. Try to get a lockdown going. Hopefully we see a steel cutter early so we can take that. Nope. Opt. Hold full control for the smite threat. Alright, they are tapped out anyway. I think we will hold the Saw Blades here, as opposed to doing it now. See if we can nab a Rage or something. Yeah, we'd love to steal the Steel Cutter. There it is. That's huge. I think we'll steal Saw Blades here and just try to stave off any little bit of damage we can. Because getting low versus a burn deck is not a great idea. Alright, I'm feeling it. This could be our first win against red of the day. Here comes a crap ton of damage. Let's eliminate 3 of it. To 9. Alright. Here we go. It's a lockdown. Steel Cutter's gone. They have 2 cards left in hand. We're down to 9. We do have some life gain in the deck. You had a guess? They are, but they get to restock up. So then we go Synth, and then Braided Net for the rest of the time, and hope that gets there. It very reasonably could. If they can't kill us this time. Oh, they're eyeing the lockdown. Oh, they got the bounce spell, I think. I think I gotta go land into the Flood Maw here, which sucks. Oh, that sucks so much. If we play the Braided Net, then we could lock down one. I mean, I think we just have to go for the Synth there, but that's what's about to happen. Almost guaranteed. This does make a blocker this turn, right? Number of artifacts you control is going to be 1, so that's pathetic, right? So I think we just set up the Synth instead. Guaranteed here comes into the Flood Maw. They touch the lockdown to double check what was under it, just to see what's good. Oh, alright. I mean, they're going to bounce the lockdown though, right? So just replay it. Do we need one more is the question. We just replay it this coming turn if we want. I think I'd rather get like a life gain source. Plus we have the Braided Nets to lock down the creatures after the lockdown. No? No Flood Maw? It's time. Yeah, there it is. Into the Flood Maw. Bounce the lockdown. Get everything back. But we get to replay it. And they know we can replay it. So this is their chance to do a whole bunch of damage. Otherwise, they're just tapped out again. Yeah, okay, so they're just trying to get us low enough to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn, dude. Damn. Oh no, this one can't attack. Okay, so we drop to 1 here. Okay. They say oops. I mean, still fine. You're still probably going to win the game. I mean, we have to lock down here. There's no choice about it. We could attack with our fish first. So pathetic. Let's go. 19-1. Don't call it a comeback. Great. Alright, are we done for today? 49 minutes. Damn, I don't want to be done for today. We lost every single game against Mono Red. I'm gonna do one more. I'm also gonna check the win rate of this deck versus Mono Red. But we might not. It's hard because not everyone plays for lockdown. Currently, we're 3 and 6, which is a 33% win rate. It's fine, small sample size, but hot damn, dude, hot damn. Give me one win against red. On the draw. It's okay. I mean, we have Braided Net at least. It kind of does. You could mulligan for sure. But we have 2 interactive pieces. Double Ironcrack's not great. I think it's okay. Analyze the pollen. A little Zur deck, maybe. Ooh, right into Battlefront. That's nice. Okay, so for the record, the win rate of generic Azorius artifacts, right? We don't know who's running Lockdown and who's not. Don't know any of that. The generic win rate from Bronze to Mythic against Azorius Omniscience is 20%, right? So you don't actually lose 100%, which is interesting. Some games, they do fumble, but 80% of the time you auto-lose that. Against Rakdos Aggro, which we just lost a couple games ago, we have a 37% win rate. Against Izzet Prowess, we have a 39% win rate. Okay, I think we could just go right into Battlefront and hope for the best. Yeah, we can't. This only takes creatures, yeah? Yep, alright, let's do the thing. Nice. I guess we take this just to pump up the synth. Nope, don't need either of you guys. 40% win rate against Mono Red, 43% against Boros Auras. Again, this is across all different versions of artifacts, and I think plenty of people are not running any Lockdown at all. So I think our particular win rate versus Mono Red should be much better. Right into Zur. Okay. The next synth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapped in is not great. I guess we could Aegis here. Take the Zur away. Synth next turn, or we can double Synth and take another turn of damage, which may be a little better, actually. They could power up a 4/4. They have enough mana to cast whatever they want. Let's do it like this. Repurposing Bay. Not bad. Bricks, also not terrible, but we have plenty of other stuff to do. I think we'd rather just hit a land. Right, next Beanstalk's gonna be an issue. Everyone getting in there. I will offer this block. Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Okay. That's not so bad. Okay. This is not the end of the world here. Also, we don't have top deck land. We do have Saw Blades here. Okay, I think we're just taking the Zur. We have no flying blockers, though. They could have next Zur in hand. Our 7/7s block it. The flyers are an issue. Yep, they do have next Zur in her hand. But we can trade with the 6/6. The problem is they get 2 more flying blockers. That's the real issue. And then we're on a very quick clock to death. So we kind of have to hit a lockdown off the top just to survive. Sweeps up our Iron Crag, which is a little bit too bad. We could live. We could live. It's the flying. The flying attackers are going to get us, though. Down to 9. If they had a removal spell, they could have shrunk the 7/7 to a 6/6, and that would have been even worse for us. Phase a Droid card. Surveil land. Guess it depends. I mean, we're not going to repurposing Bay this turn, right? So might as well. There's the lockdown that we will need. So you have to leave it on top, otherwise we lose to the flyers. But then we drop to 1 this turn, right? Roughly. It's not good. I mean, we have no other outs, right? So we block Beza this turn if we're lucky. And braided nets. They power up the beanstalks too. I mean, we're just toast here. There's nothing we can do, I don't think. I think we're just toast no matter what. I mean, if we're really lucky, they attack with Beza. But the thing is, after the sweeper, we're going to drop from 9 to 1 here. And even if we sweep, they'll have a flying blocker. And they also can just power up Xur here. So, we lost. It's not too much to be done. They do not, okay. We'll tap down one of these, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think that'll about do it. We're about to lose all of these to lockdown anyway. Maybe we won't. Maybe one more turn here. We drop to 2. We sweep. They have Xur left over. So it looks like we'll actually get one more turn. Might as well attack with the 7/7. And then we'll be left over with the braided net too. Oh, no, we have the pain line. Yeah, okay, we're okay. We're okay. So it's this, plus we can actually saw blades the Xur here. That would drop us to 1, but I guess that's what we do. Unless they have the negates. Okay, that's fine. Just draw the free card. Sure. I do think we're going to 1. And I think we take out the Xur now. We'll wait till they turn and... It's fine. Okay, 1 to 34. It's actually... It's not terrible. We can't use his pain land anymore. Yeah, that's not great. Same issues before. Double braided net gives us some time. Get lost, get some back. A whole bunch of crap. Bricks is not awful. Does a couple different things here. Gets his life and the next land. And it's a white land. Okay. The next net. We get 2 9/9s. We live another day. Can tap down both 2/1s. If they go Xur power up, we do have blocks. We have the same issue if they have infinite flyers then. Have we seen we've seen 2 Xurs, so there's up to 2 more left. You don't always run a 4 in best of 1. They're probably just running all 4 though. Okay, tap 1. Tap 2. Ho ho ho! Let's go! Misplay City! What the? I almost want to think he just did that to like get on YouTube or something. I don't edit the video, so he's gonna get on YouTube anyway, unless it's like a warm-up game. Savage. Absolute savage way to end the video. Okay, what a bright and cheery note to end the video. We're over an hour here. Okay, real talk, real talk. Super real talk. I have lost no confidence in the deck. My confidence in the deck is the exact same as before. We lost a lot of games today. I think it's totally RNG. I still think the deck is quite solid. I don't think I would change anything from what I'd have here. I would still run all 4 copies of the Lockdown. I would still take out the Candy Trail. Let me move my camera for you guys. Back to, oh my gosh, that's not it. Oh my gosh, that's not ideal either. Did we add that many? What's going on? We'll put it on the right side. I would still take out the Candy Trails. We were totally happy running 23 land. I think that's an optimization maybe a lot of people are missing, especially in best of 1, but even in best of 3 maybe. If you're running 4 bricks and 4 Iron Crag, you just need to hit your second land on time, and you're pretty much good to go for the rest of the deck. So I think that's a really good optimization to make. I don't think you need the Anchorage. 1 for more Vault. We didn't end up using it once today. Maybe I even had it and didn't think to activate it. I'm not sure. You want as many 3-drops as possible. You need as much interaction as possible. Even running as many interactive pieces as possible, we still lost to mono red. So like, if you're thinking about throwing in like Cryptic Coat or whatever, like this is why I didn't run that. Even trying to do as much as we could against mono red, we still lost. So we would have lost even worse against Cryptic Coat. Maybe some of them we could have won if things had gone a little bit differently. But yeah, we didn't run as many Kayla's Reconstruction, again, for the same reason. Fantastic card, super powerful. It is slow, and we're just trying to survive the early game. So yeah, I mean, I think overall we probably won like, I don't even know, like 30% of games today or something? 40%. Okay, we went 4 and 6 over the course of an hour. But I think it's solid. I mean, the overall win rate in best of 1, I think is like 55% across all different versions. And I think if you run this version, I think you will do even better than that. That is my suspicion. So don't over-index on any one day, but I think the deck is solid and super fun and different. And it's cool to see this archetype get even more competitive or even stronger because, yeah, I mean, anything that increases diversity and standard, I think is a good thing. So I'm excited to see United Battlefront and Kayla's Reconstruction and, you know, Synthesizer have a home in Best of 1 Standard. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment, and maybe someday soon, maybe even today, I don't know, I will try to create a membership or Patreon type thing. If you want to just send a banana a week or a banana a month or whatever, just be like, hey, I like this guy, I want to support his channel, I'd love to see him do it full time. We'll set that up, and maybe we'll actually get some rewards in there too. As always, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.